Well, I hope you're getting excited because this is a chance where we're going to be able to try some of the new threshold values to see if we can get some good results. So let's open INAHOR-AD. This is probably the fourth time or so you've been using this since we've started the course, maybe more if you were practicing on your own. Please click on Rice Crop Mapper. This should open up. Remember, you're going to move that to the side probably. And then the control dialog, you know the steps. Open images, Pulsar 2, descending, WBD. The directory is sigma naught. The target period is from September 1st through October 31st. Okay. View images. Okay. All right, that ran. Let's go to simple mode right here. That's where we're starting. But what we'd like to do, okay, so that ran. Let's see. For this one, we'd like to try the advanced mode. Go to threshold setting. And for the thresholds, I was running through this beforehand, but I'd like you to insert the values of the threshold 1 and the threshold 2 that we just got from the spreadsheet. So click auto, this should fill in. Please click OK. And then do detection run. And while we're doing the detection run, I want you to think about these values and how they relate to the original defaults that we had of -15 and 3. As that -15 gets bumped up here, that means we're probably going to be detecting what? More or less rice at the threshold 1 level. And for threshold 2, as we go from 3 to 4, the range gets larger. What do you think that means? Okay, so we finished that. I'm not going to zoom in here. The results you can guess. We're going to be looking at those later. Step 4, the file name, I'm going to call this tuning 1, or let's call it tuning underscore T1 underscore minus 12.43, and then underscore T2 underscore 4.01. So this will let us know the TIFF file that gets produced won't have the threshold values in it, but if we put them in the title or the file name, then we'll be able to remember exactly how we produce this TIFF file. So make the correct name like this, or a name like this, save. And that has been saved. The location where it is saved, you go to your home folder, and you can go to INAHOR, Data, Area, Output, and we've got some ones from before here, but it should be in here, yeah, Tuning. So this is the one right here, the TIFF file. There's a thumbnail you can ignore in a log file. But this is the one right here, the tuning file. And before we go on, so that we can save some steps, so save some time later on, what I'd like you to do is go back to step 3 right here and click on threshold setting. And then right here, put in the original values we had of -15 and 3, and click auto again. Okay, and then let's do a detection run on this also, because one of the key things that we are going to need for comparing our original work with this current output is the file that we're going to be producing right now. We didn't produce that before. Okay, so that's finished its run. Go to step 4, and then right here you can just edit this to be 15 and 3 and save, and dismiss that. Go to home folder, and let's make sure that's in here, the 2 of these files, area, output. So now we've got the tuning with the threshold 1 of -12.43, and then the tuning of threshold 1 -15, and the different threshold 2s also. So we're going to be using these in a little bit. Well, very soon. So let's close the rice crop mapper.
And then let's go to the rice production calculator. We're not going to be looking at rice yields right now, but what we want to do is look at how the extent or the rice planted area will be changing based on the different threshold values. So let's do this. Let's create a project, or I've got one right here already. If you don't have this, let me delete that. Let's create a new one. Let's call it tuning 1, perhaps. The operator name, TJB, or your initials, whatever. Okay. And then choose that project. Go to planted area. And you'll notice that if you look at boundary right here, you can see that we've got province, city, municipality, village. But in this case, we're not looking at the Nueva Ecija municipality and village boundaries. What we really want to be looking at are the values for the INAHOR outputs for the 120 different meshes, the randomly sampled meshes. So to get this menu to actually work, you're going to have to do something. And let me close this first. Let's go to Windows INAHOR. No, actually, let's go here to the home folder, excuse me, and INAHOR and configuration, CONF folder. If you open this file up with a text editor, you can see inside here the headings that you're going to be getting in these columns. And this is not what we want for this case. So let me go back to configuration, and we're providing you here with something called the P7G conf.ini.tune file. This is a file that actually, if you open it up in the editor here, if you drag that over, you can see that the headings inside here are different. You've got a mesh ID right here and an ID. So that's different, and that's good because that's what we really want for the headings. So let me close both of these down, close that, and if you like, you can take a backup of this folder by copying it and pasting it somewhere on your desktop perhaps. I get nervous when I change these files because I invariably make a mistake. But what you need to do here is take this file, right-click and rename, and then at the end, .back for backup. And then this tune file, also right-click, rename, and remove the tune. So essentially what we've done is we've switched these files so that the previous one that had the tune extension, if you open this now with a text editor, you can see that there is, and ignore this down here, the inside of this file has indeed what we had before for the headings. So that's good. So now we can go to the rice production calculator. And I'll close this down for now. And if you look over at boundary, you'll see it's been changed. So that's kind of cool. You're actually changing a user interface. Project, we've already started this, tuning 1. The planted area, let's open up this file, the data area output. Let's use here the this one, the adjusted threshold values first. That'll take a little time to load in here. Okay. Make sure you touch this. If it hasn't been selected, then it won't work later on. So make sure you touch that and it gets highlighted. Go to boundary. Now the boundary data is not the administrative boundary, but rather the information that we have in the randomly sampled mesh. So wherever you have that, navigate there. And mine is called field surveyed mesh, and I believe yours should have the same name. So if you open that, this comes in, and these are for the 120 different meshes. So that's good. We don't have to worry about yield here. And if we go to production, we can go directly to this and click production. This tool should run. I'll come back when it finishes.
Okay, so that's done. And what do we have in here? We've got the output. We're going to be exporting this to CSV and looking in Excel at this. So it looks okay. We should have planting yield is fine. We didn't put any yield information in, but for acreage, harvest acreage, growing acreage, planting acreage, we do have numbers. So that's important. We're going to be looking at that. So let's go to output CSV file. And then right here, you can save this to wherever you might like. I'm going to put this into the output data folder here. And I will call this one, where do I want to put this? And I will call this one tuning underscore T1 underscore dash or hyphen minus 12.43 underscore T2 underscore 4.01. And that'll be a file that comes into here. So remember the place where you put it. Okay, so inside here, output data, I should have this file right here. And I'll be using that in a little bit. Okay, so the next thing we need to do, and let's go back here to project is fine. For planted area, what we want to do is change this file. We want to use a different file, the 15, minus 15, and 3 threshold values. So remove this one. Yes. And it won't be deleted from your disk. It's just removed from here. And then open the area, and then go again to data, area, output, and then let's pick this file this time. And once you've got that loaded in, please click it so that it's selected. Boundary is fine again. Production, we need to recalculate this, so click production again, please. Okay, so that's completed. And let's go to the output CSV file. So again, I will navigate to the output data area and save that one this time as, this is a 3, and this is a minus 15. Save. And make sure that it popped in here. Where is it? Yep, there it is. So we can shut down INAHOR, close that. We're done with this for now. And then this one, I'm going to take these and use these on the Windows side. So copy those somewhere where you can get them.